The black cab is getting a very green makeover. It may have the classic looks, but under the bodywork is a new electric motor, and we're the first broadcaster to see it up close. Up until now, most electric cars like this one have found private buyers who charge them overnight or maybe while they're at work, but for taxi drivers, with the amount of miles they cover each day, that's not going to be good enough. They're going to need a network of rapid chargers on the roadside so they can recharge on the go or risk running out of juice. The thought of a simple machine replacing a demanding and expensive opera star might be music to the ears of theatre directors, but critics of such innovations have warned that you can never really replicate the drama and emotion of the human voice. There are dozens of websites and Facebook groups full of thousands of women desperate to get pregnant, and also men willing to donate their sperm. Now, most of the Facebook groups, like this one here, are closed groups or secret, but they're quite easy to find if you know what to search for. And over the past 4 months, we've infiltrated these groups and been shocked by what we've found. What's this simulation showing us here?
So right now, as you can see, we're in a smoke effect.
So it's simulating as if this whole office, we've got it in a big open plan office here, is filling with smoke.
Yeah, exactly. And now we can actually see the augmented reality.
As well as helping guide people to the nearest exit, Baron hopes iMerit could also be used by the emergency services to send an evacuate command, and that footage from the app could be live streamed to firefighters to assist with rescues.
As you can see that data just floating in midair.
The technology in classic red phone boxes like this hasn't actually changed much since they were first introduced in the 1920s, but their futuristic replacement has been specifically designed so it can be adapted and evolve with new technology over time, and that's something that critics say we should be concerned about. I'm here at the London regional count, and just over half of London's boroughs have declared their results, and the current total is Remain are on 63.9%, with Leave on 36.1%. Now that's across the capital, with turnout in London at 69.8%. Hi, I'm Kit.
Hi, I'm Tiago from Hi Jiffy.
Nice to meet you. Hi Jiffy started life as a way to book hotel rooms in Facebook, but has morphed into a chatbot concierge service. You can ask it basic questions and even request extra items for your room, although they're delivered by a human, not a robot. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Do you need anything else?
No, that's great. Winning the battle against terrorist propaganda online has dominated discussions at shows like this in recent years. But after a year in which terrorists increasingly turn to crude and low-tech tactics to carry out attacks, attention is turning towards more physical protection. And one of the country's top counter-terror officers told me that businesses should think seriously about what they need.
You'll see the surroundings of this church.
Learning from the past is a theme that runs through this festival, with digital art installations housed in some of the city's oldest buildings. Nicholas and Gabrielle have travelled from France to show off their work, which uses data captured from a cycle ride, combined with motion capture commands from gloves, creating animations in real time.
And the idea is that here, with the gloves, with the gesture, we can control our past.
So is this about people regaining control of their data?
On the past.
Our reporter Kit Bradshaw has been looking at some of the numbers for us, joins us now. The big bosses have earned more already than we earn in the whole year.
That's right, and this analysis by the High Pay Centre found that it does only take 3.5 days from the start of the year for some of the FTSE 100 chief executives, so the top businesses in the country, their chief executives to earn as much as the average salary. Let's take a look at the numbers in a bit more detail. So the analysis found that the median salary of FTSE 100 chief executives is £3.45 million. That means if you take that figure on an hourly basis, that means they've already earned more than the average salary, which is £28,000. So the government's critics say that Theresa May hasn't lived up to her promise to really tackle excessive boardroom pay when she came into power. She initially said she was going to look at putting workers on boards of companies so that they can be a workers' representative to maybe have a workers' voice when some of these remuneration committees set pay. That hasn't happened. The government did hold a consultation in 2016 2016 and looking at plans to make firms justify their pay more publicly. Jeremy Corbyn said he would bring in a maximum pay ratio for the average worker in a company and the big boss.